Welcome, everyone. It's Dr. Hoff here with Tabak Specific Chiropractic from Brooklyn, New York. For this week's health talk, I'll be covering chiropractic care and high blood pressure. High blood pressure is a major problem in the United States. Nearly half of all American adults struggle with high blood pressure. That's more than 100 million people with high blood pressure in the United States. People with high blood pressure were found to have a 50% increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes. So you might be thinking, what does chiropractic care have to do with high blood pressure? Well, I want to explain to you a little bit about upper cervical chiropractic and how it relates to high blood pressure. So one of the things that we do know is that all the blood that goes to the brain has to come up through the neck, specifically through the vertebral artery. When the brain needs more blood, the heart is forced to beat a little bit harder to push up against gravity and up through those blood vessels to get that blood to the brain. As long as there's no restrictions and there's no interference to the blood vessels, then the brain gets full blood supply without a problem. But when one of the bones in the top of the neck shifts out of its proper alignment, then it could very easily squeeze down or close down on a blood vessel and the artery that supplies the blood to the brain. When this happens, the only way for blood to get through a restricted opening is for the brain to force the heart to beat harder so that it increases the blood pressure to get that blood and force it through that small opening. So here we have a model of our spine, and you can see in the top of the neck right here, we have those vertebral arteries on both sides at the top of the neck that supply the brain with blood. So when these bones shift out of their proper alignment at the top of the neck, they can easily restrict and close down and prevent blood flow from getting to the brain by creating a smaller opening for the blood to get through. The brain responds by pushing the blood through a smaller opening and increasing the blood pressure to get the blood to the brain. So there's lots of research on this subject. Back in 2007, the University of Chicago Med School did a study with upper cervical chiropractor and a cardiologist. And what they found was that over a 6-week period, there were 50 patients in this study. Their blood pressure dropped on average 14 to 16 points after receiving upper cervical chiropractic adjustments. That decrease in blood pressure is the equivalent of taking 2 blood pressure medications at once. So research has provided significant evidence that there is a decrease in blood pressure from simply correcting the position of the bones in the upper neck and allowing for proper blood flow to the brain. Natural nerve and blood flow with no interference. It's really just that simple. So here at Tabak Specific Chiropractic, consultations are always complimentary. We never charge you to sit down and listen to your concerns to see if you are a candidate for our healthcare and how we can best serve you. Give us a call today at 718-745-8177 to schedule your complimentary consultation. If you're new to our office and you would like to see what we're all about, mention my name, Dr. Hoff, and this health talk and receive $100 off your initial x-rays. Thanks for being here, and join me this time next week for a health talk covering the effectiveness of chiropractic care and low back pain and disc herniations. If you know someone suffering with low back pain and disc herniations, have them tune into this health talk to hear about a solution that not only helps relieve their symptoms, but helps them find and correct the source of those symptoms. Thanks again, take care, and have a great week.